So one thing that I really like to do for those game time appetizers or snack is something you can do in the crock pot, and you can just kind of put it there and walk away and enjoy the game yourself. And today what we're going to do is, I'm feeling a little Kansas City barbecue. Now I don't have any dog in this fight, but who doesn't like some barbecue? The first thing I want to do is get all of that goodness into my crock pot before I sink my beef into it. And I'm starting with a can of whole peeled tomatoes. Now, because that Kansas City barbecue sauce tends to be really sweet, there's a good bit of sugar in it. Instead of putting sugar in here, I'm going to use a cup of dates, and I'm just going to let them take a whirl with my whole tomatoes. So now let's start building all those flavors. So I've got my can of tomatoes, my cup of dates. I want 1 cup of beef broth, and this is my little gelatin that I make. So this was frozen, so I'm just going to add a cup of water to it to wake it back up. And then we're going to do 1/4 cup of balsamic vinegar. Now this is some acid. You always want a little bit of acid. But I'm going to go ahead and add a lemon just to really help brighten it up a bit. And now I want 2 tablespoons of yellow mustard, Dijon, the mustard of your choice, a tablespoon of Worcestershire sauce, and for our spices I have 2 tablespoons paprika, 2 tablespoons chili powder, 1 tablespoon each onion powder, garlic powder. I'm going to do a teaspoon of kosher salt and a teaspoon of fresh cracked pepper, and then of course we want a little bit of hot sauce. Now just use the hot sauce of your choice, about a teaspoon or so. Now we're going to drop our beef in here. We're going to go 4 to 6 hours on high and 6 to 8 on low, depending on obviously the size. Now I know you're going to say, Gary, it's Kansas City barbecue. It's supposed to be brisket. And you know what? I agree. But the briskets were about this big. They were ginormous. So they were whole briskets. So I went with beef chuck. So I've got a 3-pound chuck roast here, and I am going to nuzzle him in all of this goodness, and I'll see you in a few hours. So I filmed finishing this and then realized there was no volume. So I'm just going to talk you through it. So you want to strain off your beef, shred it back into your crock pot. Then you're going to add some Kansas City barbecue sauce. Now to serve this, back into your crock pot on warm, and then just have a basket of rolls so people can fix their own sandwich. Now I made little rolls because if the rolls are smaller, this is going to go a lot further because people will make a smaller sandwich than if you gave them a great big bun that they would then pile up. So go for a smaller bun, and then it's delicious. So I hope you like this addition to your Super Bowl party. I hope that whoever your team is wins, and thanks for watching, y'all. See you later.